their season, and now you got him in the Super Bowl.
Jerry Jones met with the media today to talk about CD's holdout, Dak's contract, and the idea of going all in. Take a listen.
I'm all in. I'm all in. I do not think that this will be his last year with the Cowboys at all. Am I being psychotic relative to my mirror? No. We're buying time. We're option quarterbacking, and we're going on out toward the sideline, and we haven't handed it off. We haven't pitched it. We're trying to make our mind up what to do. Does that sound like Mahomes to you? A little bit? We're all in. We're all in. It's all right there. Let's okay.
Okay, your reaction.
I mean, well, we hadn't seen that. That happened like right as we were going on the air. I mean,
exactly.
That's a rough spot, man.
Exactly.
And the Cowboys are now in a position, Greg. I talked about it yesterday, and then today it was, I forgot who said it, but it was further confirmed, where you have two guys, both of whom want to become the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. They both play for you. And the quarterback is going to become the highest paid player in NFL history. Mm-hmm. That's not tenable. And Colin has made the point today, and I think he's right, that there might not be a team in the league more dependent on one receiver than the Cowboys are on CeeDee Lamb, because they don't have a running game we believe in. I think Ferguson's actually a good tight end, but they don't. It's just this one guy, and he's not at camp, and so I think that Jerry is just like, that was like a caricature. It was like someone doing like a Saturday Night Live mocking Jerry Jones, but he was doing the real thing. So I hadn't seen that. It happened right when we were on the air. That's bad news, man.
Yeah, listening to that, watching it, honestly, it just seems like a guy he's lost it. I'm sorry, like Jerry Jones was the guy that we all felt in the National Football League, he's going to do whatever it takes to keep his guys on the roster, to ensure that it actually appeared optically that I'm all in, even if he may not have been. This year, it's been the complete opposite. Like, to your point, for him to say I'm all in, he's all in on what? Questioning every single player on his roster? Questioning whether or not he's going to pay CeeDee Lamb? Questioning whether or not Dak is going to be actually solidified as the future of their organization, instead of just telling everybody, I'm all in on Dak.
He also said point blank that he does not see Dak on another team next year, that he expects Dak to be a Cowboy.
But
so it's going to happen. So he's like, I feel like the whole world is worried about Dak Prescott leaving, except Dak Prescott has shown no inclination of being worried at all, and Jerry Jones.
Dak has nothing to worry about.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he's even flirted the idea that he would go like a Kirk Cousins route. There's not one report of that. I expect this is all much to do about nothing, and Dak is going to be a Cowboy next year. When does it get done? I don't know. Well, but Jerry, you just heard from the owner of the team who says, I expect Dak to be here.
Right, but I guess my response to that would be, if it does not get done before the season starts, it's no longer in Jerry's control. He can expect whatever he wants. If this is the last offseason, the Cowboys have exclusive negotiating rights with Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. The moment and I would be very surprised if it doesn't get done during the offseason, then all of a sudden during the year it gets done. That's incredibly rare for negotiation like this. So once we get to the year, in my opinion, it's not getting done until next year. And next year, he becomes, no matter what you think of Dak, he becomes the most sought-after free agent in NFL history. That's what Dak Prescott will be. the most sought after. Because you can be like, when Tom Brady was a free agent, we heard reports of, there were actually only 3 teams because of the age. Peyton Manning was a free agent. Peyton, I forget where he went. I think he wanted to go to Houston. And Houston was like, no, we have Matt Schaub. We're good. He's coming off a neck. Dak will be a 31-year-old in his prime franchise quarterback with not the Lamar situation of, if you offer him a contract, this team can match. A true free agent. So Jerry can expect whatever he wants. If he doesn't get him signed before this year, then it's not up to Jerry anymore. It's 100% up to Dak Prescott. And if he were going to get him signed, if he had gotten him signed, they'd also have CD signed. That's the point Greg made yesterday. Yes. Like, it would have made so much of their life that much easier. And so I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing. But that quote there doesn't make me feel like we have a steady hand at the ship.
Oh, it's just a fun press conference. A fun press conference. He said, you know what? Our quarterback's going to be our quarterback. Super Bowl bubble with your 8 teams and then...
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get a little spicy.
Well, again, middle.
I don't think that's the graphic.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean,
right, go ahead.
It's just
that's
the
fine.
graphic team. You see my teams. I got the Lions, Jets. Yes, I have the Jets. I'm buying into the hype. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Bengals, the Green Bay Packers, who I absolutely love. Obviously, the Texans, who I love. Got the 49ers. We'll breeze right over the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then my outer, got the Baltimore Ravens, got the Dallas Cowboys, and these 2 on the left. I'm telling you, I'm pretty high on the Bears. If Caleb Williams can be a guy.
Drunk?
I'm drunk.
The Bears can be a scary team and have a shot.
That's correct. That's
And
a good
the
take.
Browns-
Explain the Browns.
The Browns, Deshaun Watson started to get a little hot.
No, he's not.
He started to get a little hot, then he got injured. They were looking good. If he can rekindle a little bit of that and build on it.
So you don't have any AFC. Oh, you have the Jets.
I have the
But no
Jets.
Bills or Dolphins.
No Bills, no Dolphins.
I'm trying to see
Do you
if
think
there's...
that Caleb Williams can win the Super Bowl as a rookie?
With the team that they have around him right now, the defense, I love their defense. Offensively, they got a ton of weapons. If he can strike, it's kind of like that C.J. Stroud last year model.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I don't think the Texans could have won the Super Bowl.
They're my fringe.
I know, but even for fringe, they're on my fringe. Even as suppose Caleb was great, it's hard for me to believe that when you go up against a seasoned defensive coordinator with 2 weeks to prepare just the Super Bowl, and you would have had 19 games to watch a rookie, that you can't expose some flaws in a rookie QB.
But literally 2 years ago, you thought it was, I'm not saying you were picking it, you thought it was possible a rookie quarterback was going to win the Super Bowl in Brock Purdy. Because the team was like, they were in the going into that weekend's NFC title game. You weren't like the Niners are eliminated.
Completely ruined your
But
whole
no, by the way, and to be fair, I don't even think Wilds picked the Niners in that game. But I'm saying, like, nobody was saying in that moment the Niners are out because they have a rookie quarterback. Nobody,
What was their big weakness?
The Niners?
Yeah.
I think quarterback play.
Yeah, okay.
But that's not why they didn't win the Super Bowl. I mean, no, what happened to them, they would have lost to the Chiefs anyway, but in that game, he got hurt. But I also,
rookie shoulder.
The Chiefs could have easily won the Super Bowl the first year Mahomes started. Like, would you feel the Bears?
Yeah, but I'm talking about true rookie.
Right, but you really think but your analysis of like 19 weeks of film, all that, you think there's a big difference? Like, so if Caleb sat all year, could
he win next year?
And then next year, you'd be okay with this?
Yeah, I'd feel a little bit better.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, brand new, walking into, yes.
I mean,
I think it's
never
insulting
happened.
to defensive. Yeah, if it's never happened, it feels like 100% right.
Okay. Big Ben, his first year got to the AFC title game.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, close.
Yeah, well, they're on the bubble. I'm defending Greg. I think Greg's right. Now, I think a lot of this other stuff is crazy, but I think Greg's right.
All right, now it's your turn to go.
It's my turn? Okay.
I like the Browns, by the way. But
all right, so why are the Bengals in the middle of mine?
Hey, buddy,
who is setting
nothing
this
to
up?
do with the middle.
I got to tell you, the bullseye, dead center. What are we talking about? All right, so I thought I have the Bears even closer to the middle. And as you're going to see, I have for a lot of these teams perceived great quarterback bias. So the Bills are going to be in that center in the bubble because they do, for all his flaws, have clearly a top 5 quarterback. The Texans have clearly a top 5 quarterback. I shouldn't say clearly a top 5 quarterback. Could have a top 5 quarterback. The Niners have the best 2 through 53 roster in the NFL. The Rams, I think, are way underrated. Now, the loss of Aaron Donald's enormous, obviously, but I love their draft and I love what they showed last year after the rough start. The Bengals are getting a great quarterback back, and the Chiefs and Lions, it speaks for themselves. And the Bears were a 7-win team last year that once they added Montez Sweat, were a good defense. They then add Rome Odunze, add Keenan Allen. On the outside of the bubble is the Cowboys and the Ravens, out of respect for what they've been over the last few seasons. The Packers for what they were building in the final half of last year. And again, great quarterback bias. Jacksonville Jaguars, I think it's on the board. Trevor has the year that I thought he was going to have last year, and I think he was en route to having before he got hurt. So to me, there is ties go to teams.